Good evening, everyone. Happy to see you all from the different countries. So let's start from the introduction about myself. This is Mohammed Munas with you, a fellow member of RICS. So to give you a little bit more introduction about myself, I'm a chartered quantity surveyor, basically coming from Sri Lanka, and I am holding a multiple chartered qualification, which is known very well for you, is the RICS. Likewise, we have the CIOB, CMI, or CAB. Like there are so many chartered organization available in UK. Let's say more than 100 chartered professional bodies are there for a quantity surveyors. These are the chartered qualifications are very important. So hope one day every one of you will have the same qualification like me. And when come to the practice, I'm a dual practitioner. That means I'm practicing in the industry at the same time. I'm also academic practitioner. So I have mentored so many students for a degree program and diploma program, as well as in the industry. If you can see, we have the subcontractor, main contractor, consultant, and the employer. So these are the parties to the contract. So I have almost worked with all kind of uh, clients. So working with the different parties will give you a different exposure. Then I have worked in a different countries. I have presently I'm living in UAE. I was in Oman, Qatar, as well as Sri Lanka. So working in a different countries gave me a lot of different ex- exposure when come to the quantity surveying practice. And the project where I have involved so far, I was there with the infrastructure project, let's say the roads, highways. I was there with the metro project, and I was there with the airport project like Dubai International Airport and New Doha International Airport, which is very famous one for all of you. And when come to the building, I was involved from the basic building, like a simple house, townhouses, a high-rise building like a luxury apartment, and also I have involved with them a city like Pearl Qatar, which is a man-made island. So combining my all of experience, what I have did so far, I have built so many thousands of diploma holder, degree holder using my knowledge and the experience so far I have gained. And also when come to the RICS, yes, nearly 150 MRICS I have built with my team, which is comprising the quantity surveys and the project management. Then throughout my training, especially the training what we are going to talk today, I helped so many quantity surveyors to grow in their career. So whoever comes to this training, they transform their career to the next level. So likewise, thousands of quantity surveyors so far I have helped to change their career level. So before we move into today's topic about the RICS and the professional development, why every one of you want to become a MRICS? Is there any purpose? You can put it in the question option. Yeah. So there's a career growth. status, professional status, very good. There are so many opportunity which is internationally recognized. Yeah, so the basically a career growth. So the 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 objective is a career growth, which is defined very clearly in the RICS website. If you can go and see, they say clearly benefit of an RICS membership, that you are going to earn more money than the non-chartered profession. So that is your objective. So, but there are some challenges. Definitely everyone want to grow in your career, but there are some challenges first you have to understand. By understanding the realistic challenges, what you are going to face when you are going toward the career growth, you can prepare yourself very well, then you can face those challenges. As a lecturer and a dual practitioner, I am going to share my experience to you. That's definitely going to give you a proper pathway that how you are going to move ahead with your personal and the professional development. Okay, so with that understanding, now when you think about the professional growth, first you have to understand there is a small, but it's a very big challenge. It came from the academic versus industry gap. There's a very big issues with the uh, academic and the industry gap. What is academic and the industry gap? Now, as a lecturer and as a dual practitioner with the construction industry, I know what academic program standing for. Let's say you are studying in a university. Okay, you got your degree. One and let's say you are a first class degree holder. You just graduated with the first class degree, and you know very well um, about your profession. But now you are entering to the industry. Let's say your first day of your job. Are you able to perform like a experienced quantity surveyors once you landed in your first job? What do you think from your university? So the answer is simple, as you know, it's hard for you without experience. Okay, because experience is another factor that going to determine your level of deliverable or your exposure to the industry. So now another way around, say you are very talented person and you got your uh, degree, which is, let's say you are a first class person from your university, and next day can you go and attend the RICS interview and pass and become MRICS? Is it possible? RICS, do you think they will allow you to come for an interview immediately? Even you got a very first class degree. Are you all able to hear me well? Everybody say yes. Am I audible? Yeah, okay. Thank you for the confirmation. So my question is, once you graduate, do you think the RICS will allow you to enter their membership as a chartered quantity surveyors? No, the simple understanding you must get, they will say no. There's a process. Again, experience is needed. So it is regard level of experience in order to meet the RICS expectation. So whatever you have the qualification, let's say you have the degree or master degree, it doesn't matter. The RICS needs experience. So filling the experience is very important when come to the RICS. That's going to be make you different compared to others, and help you to grow in your career. So as a dual practitioner, I know there's a gap, and to build someone to the better level, you have to fill the gap that you already have it. Okay, so let us understand properly in which direction we must move forward in order to grow in your career. So now the academic and the industry gap. The academic not purely focusing on the industry. Therefore, the let's say the owner who's doing the construction project, let's say the contractor, okay, they are doing the construction. Doing a construction is a business. Yes, it's a business, isn't it? Doing a construction company is a business. So the contractor hiring you, and what is their expectation? You want to make sure as a quantity surveyor to bring the profit. You are a commercial manager as well. Once you are working as a quantity surveyor, you are the one make sure the company making the profitability. So hiring someone, okay, who's having the very first class degree but no experience will help the employer to make a successful business. What do you think? Or if you are an employer, will you hire someone with the no experience to run your business? So this is a question you have to understand. So no, the answer is no. Nobody want to take, okay, that risk in the business. So every students, right, who are coming from the university, they hope a bright future once they graduate. But without a proper experience, it is going to take a very longer time to grow in your career. Okay. So therefore, you should understand how you are going to develop your skill set that need for your industry. So there are some other challenges also you are going to face. Now, purely many of you are working as a quantity surveyors. Okay, you are not coming from a background that purely from the quantity surveying. Let's say you are not, most of you working as a quantity surveyor not having the quantity surveying degree. You must have the some other professional qualification like a civil engineering or land surveying or some other qualification. Do you understand? You must not coming from the quantity surveying background. So now the questions you have to ask yourself: the person graduated as a quantity surveyors itself, they have the big challenges when come to the industry in order to deliver a good quality jobs. What about someone change their career toward the quantity surveyor? Will they face more challenges compared to the quantity surveying background person? Yes, they are going to face more challenges. And also the challenge keep on continue. The people when come to the construction industry, the the site based work like a site engineer, land surveyor. Do you think in Gulf region, or most of you are in Gulf region, do you think the site based work where you want to go and do a frequent site visits will make you comfortable? Do you know how much the average temperature in summer in Gulf region will go? Going to be very hot climate, isn't it? So the people feel not comfortable with the construction site. So what what they can do? They know only the construction related things. So they want to switch the career that make them little comfort. When come to that perspective, the quantity surveying job, even though it's a construction, but the more into the office. So therefore, those construction professionals changing the job toward the quantity surveying. They also definitely have a lot of challenges to bring the quality in their work, but further challenges because of the all the people are moving toward the quantity surveying. What is that? The further challenges will be gradually, definitely, the quantity surveyors, a number of the quantity surveyors in the industry are going to be surplus, whereas you are going to have the job issues. You are going to have a very difficult time to find the job if the supply is more than the demand in the industry. Okay, so therefore there are a lot of challenges ahead. That is a high competition. That high competition, if you want to succeed and you want to sustain and you want to further grow up, you should prepare yourself. So that is the purpose of this today webinar. You not only focusing on the RICS, but also we want to focus on how to sustain and survive with the upcoming or ongoing uh, career challenges. Okay, so therefore, what we understood now, there are experience is um, determining your career performance. Second, the people, you know, even every year there are graduates coming to the industry, so they also increasing the competition in the market. So now who's going to win in this competition? It's going to be a very big huge competition, right? So who can manage or survive in this competition? What do you think? Okay, I know if you are posting a one quantity serving job nowadays, more than hundreds of applicants are there. Okay, so you should understand this competition, this high competition make a big challenge to you. Definitely you are going to face this or you are facing already. Let's say the employer perspective. Now there are so many people in the market. So when the employer want to hire someone, what is their expectation out of the big number of people? What do you think? They want the right person, isn't it? So the right professional person who can behave ethically and they can do a very good commitment, right? And they can give some betterment to the organization. So that's what they see. So they want the result oriented professional who can deliver the result to the employer. So when come to that deliverables, let's say you are going to meet the deadline set by the employer and you are going to deliver the quality works, right? And you are going to make sure your organization, wherever you work for, they are going in a successful way. So therefore, to survive in the industry and meet this competition, okay, you must know, right? You must know the workability and the profitability. Okay, so the workability and the profitability. Workability mean you know how to do and what to do, and profitability mean you make profit into the business. Because remember, the QS profession, sometimes called as a commercial manager. What is a commercial management? It's all about enhancing profitability. So therefore, if you don't know what to do or how to do, you are going to be trouble. Okay. Now let's say the people are going for an interview. Did you hear that they say RICS interview was very easy or difficult? What did you hear? What is your opinion? Yes, most of you hear that it was a very challenging, difficult. They will make you fear, isn't it? So let us understand. Okay, what went wrong inside the interview? It could be RICS interview or real job interview. It doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter where it is. Interview is an interview. None of the interview, okay, in your career going to be very smooth. It is always challenging because they want to test you. So the first reason is the interview is failing because not prepared well. Okay, you're not prepared well. If you prepare well, the result is well. If you don't prepare well, that is going to be difficult. And another thing is, when you are going for an interview, the first weak point is not listening. You are not listening what interviewer asking the question to, or what is the the objective of the question. Without listening it, can you able to answer the questions? So the listening is very important. And listening is a kind of a skill set that is very important, that is going to determine, okay, your professional development. So you have to improve the listening skill. So you have to prepare and you have to improve your listening skill. Then knowledge. You have to improve knowledge. Say now you listen, you understood what they are expecting, but you really don't have a knowledge or you don't have the experience that what they are looking for. So you are not going to make this interview very successful. So what will happen gradually? It is going to lead you to the failure. So do you understand why the RICS or a simple job interview failed? These are the key reasons I have mentioned. There are so many other reasons too, but these are the key reasons you will fail. So I'm going to guide you how you can either it could be a professional interview or it could be a RICS interview. You can get a better result or less failure because past 4 to 5 years I am doing this RICS mentoring, and the general RICS pass rate is, okay, it's going now less than 30 percentage, whereas my candidate whoever I am sending to the interview, I have made more than 80 percentage pass rate overall. So what is the difference? How the pass rate of the candidates are higher than the general pass rate of the RICS? There's no such a secret, but there are process. That process you have to understand. Once you understand that process, then it's going to be easy for you to, okay, do your personal development and professional development. Now let us understand. So many people have the uh, confusion with the personal development and professional development. Is it same? What do you think? Is it same? Or let me ask you a question. Now you are going to get the MRICS. Let's say, is it getting the MRICS is the professional development or personal development? What do you think? Now you have to have the very good clarity when come to this question. Okay, you should understand. So many people didn't understand what is a personal development and what is a professional development, and they are in a wrong direction. Okay, to give that clarity, you have to develop the knowledge and skill set. That's what you are going to do through this training. But is it a personal development or professional development? Now let's say you are getting the MRICS. Okay, that is your professional achievement. That you have added one more professional qualification by getting the uncharted, or you got a master degree, or you got a degree. These all are professional qualification that you are keep on adding your profile. None of them didn't bring you a career growth or salary increment or recognition of your skill set. Do you think is there any personal development through that professional development? Or do you understand? Any of the qualification that you are going to achieve didn't bring any benefit to you. So are you going to uh, have any personal development through that achievement? Just confirm, are you all hearing my voice? Am I audible? Yeah, okay, thank you for the confirmation. So do you understand? Let's say in simple word, you got a MRICS, but after 1 or 2 years, no salary increment. So is that any personal development happen through that professional achievement? No. Okay, so let us understand how we can make sure we are going to achieve the professional development and also personal development. So we have to do one thing. The very important things, we have to change your attitude. Attitude is very important when come to grow in your career. You need to put yourself into the practice to do something different and better than you did before. So changing the attitudes going to make you difference. There are nothing will happen if you are doing the same thing again and again, but we are going to do something different. That will come through a practice. So you are going to go through with the a practice, professional practice, that's going to give a knowledge and the regard skill set that industry needs. Once you get those knowledge, it is going to bring the self-confidence, and that's going to bring you a professional development and the personal development. Is there any worthy to talk about the professional development that is not going to impact your personal development? Not much, isn't it? Not much. So we must have both together. So with that, now as we discussed already, there are so many challenges ahead with you. Okay. So we understood there is a first challenges. Okay, you want to get a highly paid job, but your experience going to be okay determine whether you are going to make it or not. Once you have the proper qualification and the experience, yes, you can achieve that one. And also, and be mindful. Let's say many people can think if you get a MRICS, okay, you will get a highly paid salary. Is that true? If you got MRICS, you are going to get a very good salary. Is that true? What do you think? Yes, somehow, yes, it is true. But be aware, you have to, okay, you have to understand the challenges you are going to face in real. It is not a straightforward, you are going to get the salary very high. Okay, let's say there are more than 100, it's from the RICS website. Okay, you can go and check it. So RICS had more than 130,000 quantity surveyors already in the industry. And you are the one now you are going through that direction to achieve it. So when you go for any job interview, don't you think there is already 130,000 MRICS around the world? They also come and compete against you. So once they compete, they are already a qualified people and the experienced people. You just got your MRICS. Once they compete, who's going to win here? So in other way around, you went for an interview after you getting your MRICS, but the other MRICS come and other MRICS profession came and took that job from you. So is there any chance left for you to succeed and get a highly paid job if that is the case? Do you understand the points where I am coming from? So the important point is, yes, you will get a job, but you have to prove you are better than the other MRICS. So there's a competition. In simple word, if you can say, let's say everybody have a degree, right? If you are coming from the university, but there's a batch top, there's a different level within the same degree qualification. Not every students are perform at the same level. They are having different levels. Same way, not every MRICS will perform to the same level that industry needs. There's a small up and down. So you have to be in a better level to defeat them. Otherwise, you will fail in the interview. That means ultimately it doesn't help you to grow better way. So today I am going to give you a proper advice that you can understand the successful path ahead to grow your career. So in other way around, how as a QS for QS, okay, we build the very good MRICS and how they grow in their career. None of the people I have developed, they didn't stay with the same level after they got MRICS because they went to the different levels, because of they are better than others, and they able to face the challenges whatever I have discussed with you. So now do you understand? Once you get MRICS, there's a still competition within the MRICS. So unless otherwise you are better than them, do you think you can sustain or again get the good jobs? What do you think? Okay, so yes, you have to prepare for that one. Therefore, we had as a QS for QS, we had 1,000 MRICS goal. We are nearly going to reach that goal. So how as a QS for QS, we build 150 MRICS in a very different way than others didn't do, or so far nobody did. By understanding the knowledge gap, which is coming from the academy and the industry, or the people are changing the professional practice to the quantity surveying, or the people are targeting the white collar job, or the competition. Considering all of them, using all of my 18 years experience in the academic and the industry, I have developed a program which is called Advanced Quantity Surveying Practice and the Contracts Management. So to become a perfect QS, going through a training, which is never happened in your professional life before, is very important. That's going to make you a difference. So what this training standing for? Why all of you need to learn while we are talking about the MRICS? That's a question you will have it. Okay, so the answer is very simple. First things, you have to fill the knowledge gap. And second thing, you have to increase your expert level. Now, as I told you, there are so many reasons we have the knowledge gap. As I told you, one is if you are coming from the students, you can't face the interview. You can't face the industry expectation because there's a very big gap between the industry. Second, as you are changing the professional practice from the different practice to the QS, you have the big challenge. Again, white collar job. The people want to shift their career to the QS. And high competition. Either you are MRICS or not, there's a high competition. So the one reason you want to fill the knowledge gap. At the second thing, you want to know, not only filling the knowledge gap, you also want to grow in your career. So you have to improve your expertise. Without improving your expertise, you are not going to be work as a managerial level. You will be same place where are you right now. So the program which I designed from my experience, the unique training, going to help If you are a student, yes, it will be definitely help you. Or just fresh graduate, you want to gain some experience, or you are already in a quantity surveying practice, but you never entertain all kind of QS thing. Let's say um, there are contractor practice, there's a consultant practice, there's a client practice, there are subcontractor practice. Do you all of you had a chance to work with all kind of people? Some people maybe yes, but most people no. Why I'm asking this question? You must know what is happening with the subcontractor or main contractor or consultant or client side. So this program cover all kind of exposure. Okay, oh, the people converted from the different profession to become a QS, yes, or you are changing to the, you are planning to change your career to the QS. Okay, you can come, or you are going to do MRIs. Again, this program I developed for that. Or you are already in the RICS process and you are facing a lot of difficulties, or you failed already so many times in the interview and the process, or you already MRICS but still you are not confident or not able to meet the industry challenge. Yes, so this program, one program, okay, helped a lot of people to develop. So what is inside of this program? Okay, why it is important to go through? Now you have to understand the role of the quantity surveyors. As I told you, in construction we have a pre-contract stage and the post-contract stage. So do you know what is the dividing point of the pre-contract and the post-contract? Anyone? How do you know what is pre-contract and what is post-contract? What is the dividing point of that one? Letter of acceptance? No. Bid tender? No. Award of the contract? Yes, award of the contract. So contract award is the right terms. You can say this is going to divide this practice into pre-contract and post-contract. If you work in the pre-contract, don't have the post-contract experience, or vice versa. So let us understand, under the pre-contract we have the contractor QS or consultant QS or client QS, let's say independent or employer QS. Same as in the post-contract also we have the three different quantity surveyors. Are they doing the same roles and responsibility in their organization? What I am asking, is the contractor quantity survey duties similar to the consultant quantity survey duty? No, isn't it? So let's say you have the contractor experience, you got a good consultant job, but since you don't have experience, you are going to lose the job. So how we can gain that experience? That's it. That's all about this program. Now, to give more clarity to the people new to this QS, let's say, okay, in the post contract stage where the contract is awarded, who's preparing the payment application? Consultant or contractor? Interim payment application, who's preparing? IPA? Contractor, isn't it? So contractor will prepare the interim payment application. Who will certify it? Certification, IPC, interim payment certification by the consultant QS. Okay, once the consultant QS certified, do you think the employer will pay? So who's going to verify and instruct the employer? Okay, you can pay now. Employer QS. So do you understand? There is a practice are different. So each and every parties in the quantity surveying role, they have the different practice. So understanding those is very important to give a right deliverable. So when come to this program, I have initially when I started this program, okay, I divided into the pre-contract and post-contract. From there, we are starting. Okay, so we have to know very basic things, that a principle of measurement. You should know about the measurement. We are not going to learn very depth inside the measurement, but we should understand the very fundamental important information that non-professional don't know. Like if you are converted QS, you really never learn the quantity surveying things from the proper academic background. You should know about the measurement. So that things plus type of contract, all about the payment mechanism, then condition of contract, that is form of contract, and also you must know procurement available in the construction is a very vast area. Don't think it's just a two syllabus dots, and tendering, and finally is going to be a contract award. Once the contract award done, it goes to the post contract. Post contract, you have the payment and the variation mostly. Okay, this is old syllabus which I have done up to the batch number. You can say 18. Then there was a development I have made into this program. I have introduced a FRICS 1999 Red Book. Okay, so now this is a second version of this program. What happened? You will see when you go and check the QS4QS website, you will see this program like as it is, but the syllabus what you are looking at here, pre-contract and the post-contract, pre-contract almost same in the both program, but in the post-contract we didn't stop with the only two topic that's called payment and the variation. So the syllabus was hidden in order to avoid the syllabus leaking to the other people, because there are so many people trying to copy the pattern what we are doing and to give the different um exposure to the industry. So the syllabus kept confidential, but I am going to disclose what is inside that syllabus, which is upgraded. We are going to learn what is an inception when come to the quantity surveying. There's a first you have to know as a QS inception. Then you should learn about the cost plan and the estimation. Then you should learn how to prepare the BOQ. So that BOQ, and then tender. So tender is a complete information you should learn. Then it will go to the contract award. This is all pre-contract. Okay. Then once the project commenced, you should know what are the types of what type of bonds and insurance involved in the project. Okay, how to do the interim payment application and the payment certification. So it's all about the payment, right? Okay, so you should know about the CCM. What is the CCM? Change control management. So you should know how to handle those variations. Either you are a contractor side or consultant side or client side, you should know how to handle the variation. Then if you are working for a subcontractor or if you are managing the subcontractor, then you should learn about the subcontract management. Then the taking over certificate, that process, and statement at completion. This is a final process you will do before you do the final account. Okay, then you should know what is a defect notification period and how to prepare the final account. And if suspension happen, how do you manage that? Or if termination happen, that leading to the dispute. Okay, you should learn very well. So this is not going to be stop with the payment and variation, but it's going to be vastly cover all the things. So ultimately, what we are going to do, we are going to cover complete FIDIC. Okay, this is a very latest update with this program. So under that, you should understand you are going to review a contract agreement. So to review the contract agreement, first you have to read. So what we are going to do, we are going to read entire FIDIC contract. So that is very important. Then you have to analyze the risk within the contract. There are so many risks when you are signing the contract. Then you want to check the boilerplate check. Don't worry about the what is boilerplate check. In the next class, we are going to discuss about these all terminology. Okay, as we are starting the class. So I'm going to explain more deeper into this contract review program. And once you identify the boilerplate check, again you are going to do the risk analysis within the contract. Then you are going to negotiate the contract. Either you are a contractor side or consultant side or client side, you must involve. You are going to negotiate the contract. Then you are going to draft and amend the contract. And finally, you are going to sign the contract. So regardless whether you are a experienced QS or inexperienced QS, okay, we are going to go through with all these process to do this whole work. So to do this contract review and negotiation, you must know very thoroughly about the contract. So what happened in the latest program? We have included the FIDIC 1999 Red Book. Okay, so once you are able to understand the FIDIC 1999 Red Book, it is very easy for you to understand the FIDIC 1987 version and 2017 version. Once you are able to understand the FIDIC Red Book, then yellow, silver, green, or blue book, any book you can understand. Even you can compare with the JCT or NEC forms of contract. So no worries about that. Okay, so now in FIDIC, we have the 20 clauses in the 1999. Okay, so in this program, we are going to start from the subclause number 1, and we are going to go with the subclause number 2, employer, engineer, contractor, all the subclauses up to subclause number 20, which is claims, dispute, and arbitration. So we are going to cover a complete FIDIC under this program. So what is this expected outcome once you went through with these contract things? Okay, first, you know how to review a contract. So you can understand the risk and you can negotiate that. And also you can definitely manage your contract. So that is very important. Okay. Then if any dispute come, you can avoid the dispute. You know how to avoid the dispute, or you can how to manage it. Second, you should know your rights and obligations. So what you want to know by understanding the right and obligation? Say you are a contractor, what you have to know? You should know your rights and you should know obligation. If you don't know your obligation, what will happen? Anyone? If you really don't know what is your contractual obligation, so what will happen? In ultimately, yes, it's going to be you are breaching the contract. Actually, you are not performing the contract. So it's going to leading to a dispute and termination. So therefore, yes, you must be very careful if you want to grow in your career to understand the contractual risk. Okay, you should know some contracts are valid or invalid. Some non valid contracts also there. And legality you have to check. There are unfair terms contract. You should know that one. It is sometimes challenged by the governing law. Okay, and you should know how to negotiate the contract and amend it. And that's going to bring the professional reputation, because you are personally growing your skill set in order to develop your professional level and the personal level. And it's ultimately it's all aiming to the career development. Either it's a MRICS interview or real interview, you are going to do something different than others. Okay, so I will discuss about the contract review program in the upcoming class, how we are going to do and what we are trying to do inside of them. But it is just a brief introduction because we had a very limited time today. So the upgraded syllabus, okay, as a good news for all of you, remember we covered the complete FIDIC 1999 Red Book. And there's a one more program what I was discussing is a contract review, which is a virtual training. You are going to do a workshop. So once we done with this AQS&CM program, you are going to have a live workshop with me. I'm going to give you a contract document. I want to make sure you review and you able to negotiate the terms and conditions. With that, I believe it's going to lead you to the different level in your career. So before we talk about you, okay, what happened to those people went through with this training? In simple, these all about I am sharing my experience. So whatever the experience through my 18 years academic practice and the industry practice with the different types of client, right client, and the different types of project from the infrastructure to the building, I just put them as the one drop. Okay, which is going to be a massive impact to your career. Okay, so what is the impact that going to happen to you or happen already? Through this program, what I have achieved, one is confident. You are not going to be the same person, okay, after this program. Your knowledge will be improved. So many people joining the program, they ask what I'm going to get. Definitely, if you are a basic level QS, salary must be double. Or if you are an intermediate or experienced level QS, then you must go over a better one in the salary. Or definitely, it's going to put you in a right direction. So one is confident. Once the confident is calm, then definitely you are going to pass the interview. The passing rate, which I told you before, why RICS had a 30%, whereas the QS for QS we had a 80% more pass rate because of the knowledge what they have gained. It is not just focusing the RICS only; it's all go beyond that. Which is RICS believe you have the relevant experience that RICS needs. But if you just learn only the RICS competency which is available, okay, to go ahead, some people can pass with the less confident or more confident, but probably the more people failing because of the 70% of the failure rate happen because of that only. Because RICS assume if you have 5 years experience or 10 years experience, you know every kind of perspective of the QS. But I assume no. Sometimes some quantity survey works only for a contractors more than 10 years. How they are going to have the consultant experience or vice versa. So we want to cover all the perspective of the thing. So that's definitely going to have the salary hike. And also that is the reason the RICS program becomes simple, because once you have the good knowledge, yes, it is defending is going to be easy for you. So that's bring the high pass rate in the interview. Okay. So when come to the program which is advanced QS practice and the contract management, say let's say if you are a basic level QS, if you if you work for a very low salary, that's going to double the salary for sure. But if you are a MRICS after this program, definitely you can go for a better salary. I how the students nowadays getting, some of the students went to a very good salary which is ranging 75 to 100,000 reals in Saudi. They are at demand. Okay. So it is you are the one going to decide where you are going to put yourself when come to the development. So and you are going to uh, challenge other existing profession, because it is must. Without challenging them you can't win in this profession. So if you want to grow, you want to okay face this competition, that is how you are going to survive. So the thing is the construction industry we have a limited time, so this job getting a saturation, there was a saturation professional in the industry. So there is a plan you have to have it right now. This is right now you have very important decision you have to take in order to grow your things. If you are just some people don't have encouraged to go for a next level because they fear. So by the time if you are leaving as it is and there's a no growth, you will be defeated by easily other competing profession. So therefore, if you want to survive and if you want to sustain, you have to think very well to start your journey. Okay, so I not done this alone. There was a dedicated team members for each and every perspective to help you all. Okay, so when come to the RICS, now let's talk about the RICS journey. When come to the RICS journey, it is very long journey. Don't think it as a easy, but we have to go in the right direction. So the right direction, you should understand how you are going to make yourself successful in this process. So I am going to give you a guidance hereafter with the RICS. What are the basic information you must know if you are planning the RICS? But there are different way you can approach. One is you can start straight away with the RICS, which is a combination of the advanced QS practice along with the RICS classes, or first you can do the advanced QS classes where you can go for a better salary scale, then come for RICS. There are two ways you can do. It's up to you how you want to do. Now when come to the RICS, there are 22 pathways available. Now don't think there are 130,000 MRICS, all are quantity surveys. No. They may be okay. There's a project management, there's a quantity surveying, there's a valuation or valuer, we can say, a facility manager. So there are so many different pathways available. So as a QS for QS, we do two pathway. One is a project management and quantity surveying and construction. So probably, I believe all of you are quantity surveyors, isn't it? Is there any project management pathway holder here? If yes, say PM. So these are the two pathway we are guiding. So remember, there's a 22 pathways available in the RICS. Now, when come to the route, you should understand what is the difference between the pathway and the route. Okay. So let me go back again and see. There's a, I told you 22 pathway, right? Okay. Let's say 22 different cities in a one country. Okay. 22 different cities in one country. Let's say number 14 is a project management and the 16 is a QS. So let's talk about the QS. It's a one city, let's say. One city. Okay. To reach the city, do we have different routes? Okay, route A, route B, route C. Is there any way? Or maybe we can go by land route or sea route or air route. Is that possible to reach one particular city? Do you understand what I am asking the question? One particular city you can reach in many ways. Okay, same way, either any of the pathway, you have the different route. So one is a structure route, okay, and preliminary route, senior professional, specialist, academic. So regarding the routes and the pathway, what I am going to do, each and every ones are different. So I can review your CV along with my team and advise you what a pathway and the route is suitable for you. And make sure you don't just send your CV to the RICS without properly reviewing with some assessor. There are competency. As I told you, when come to the quantity surveying, we have the competency. That competency is called mandatory and core and optional. There are three. So there's a level 1, level 2, level 3. What is level 1? Level 1 is a knowing level. You must have the knowledge. Level 2, you should know how to apply that knowledge. So it's a doing level. And level 3 is advisory level. So if you go and see the competency level 1 and level 2 and level 3 in the mandatory competency, either whatever the pathway, regardless that one, these mandatory competencies are common for all the pathway. So there are 11 competencies. Okay. So see here, the level 2 I have marked as a green. So it's a level 2 competency, and the level 3, okay, or level 3 is advising level. When come to the core competency, all are level 3. You have to go advisory level. And the optional competency, you have to choose, okay, you have to choose the two optional competency from them. So if you choose right competency, actually you don't need to study anything for a optional competency especially. Okay, you can just ignore, you can just cover with the other competency. Now my questions for all of you. Okay, let's talk about the core competency. Construction technology. Let's talk about the construction technology. Is it a small subject? What do you think? Is a very small subject that we can study within a 3 hours or 6 hours of lecturing? Is it possible? We have to start from the site visit, isn't it? Feasibility study of the site, foundation, types of foundation, soil investigation, right? Even if you talk about the plant and equipment, okay, there are so many plenty of variety of the equipment for a soil, right? Compaction, excavation, disposal, dewatering, right? There are so many complex process. Do you think possible to study within 6 hours or 10 hours? Or what about 20 hours? No, if you ask engineers or the professional coming from the engineering background, even the concreting technology itself take many months to learn and understand properly. It is level 3. You have to advise. Okay. Why I am telling this point? All the mentoring happening, I'm not criticizing them, but they teach, okay, what syllabus says. Now, why I have a different program to develop this RICS? Let's talk about the contract practice, number 7 here. If I teach you a contract practice for a 2-3 hours, am I able to cover all the contractual aspect? Not possible, because it is very vast area. Am I audible very well? Say audible if I am here, if you can able to hear me. Okay, thank you. So the contract practice, let's talk about this small subject. Now, through the advanced QS practice, we are covering a complete FIDIC program, which is take a considerable time. We are going to spend around 6 to 8 months to learn about this. So, am I able to cover within 3 hours RICS expectation or the industry expectation that you must have it as a contract expert? No, it is not practicable. If somebody say it is not practicable, because I assume you don't know anything. From there, I want to teach you everything what I know. So that's what I said. I have, okay, input my 18 years experience of the academic and the industry, okay, practice and the knowledge into a one program to deliver everything. To clone similar to me, someone can do a same job what I can do. So it takes time. That's what that program goes, 6 to 8 month duration. So to learn the contract practice itself, you have to put yourself into the right direction. You must able to do something you never did before in this contract. Same way, procurement tendering, not a small area, right? Project finance control, quantification, it's a very vast area. So that is the reason I have developed a special training program that, okay, give a very detailed knowledge that help you professional growth by developing your knowledge. So just there are another way of achieving the RICS also possible. Let's say, now let me talk about the how to attend an interview. Let's say you are going to attend a normal general interview, right? Do we have so many resources now in the website how to attend the interview? If somebody asks, okay, why you are leaving your job? Do we have the ready-made answer now? If you got a very good job, then what we are offering? Will you leave the company? Do we have the answer, ready-made answer for that question? We have that ready-made answer question already. So many references are available how to get you ready for the interview. Same way, each and every competency, there are so many questions and answer available in the industry. It is not a job that you remember the question and answer. No, this is not what industry need. So what I am trying to say, RICS needs kind of a advisory level professional. They can do something different than ordinary profession. It's not about the question and answer. We can ask, okay, if you have the good knowledge, we can ask one question in 1,000 direction. But if you have no knowledge, you just remember the question and answer. If the direction of the question change, you will be very difficult to answer the question. Similar way, don't get yourself prepared for the RICS by studying the question and answer. No, it's not about question and answer. It's about your real knowledge. Are you able to manage the industry or not? So there's so many people thinking, okay, if I study the question and answer, I can pass. Or I can do a self practice and I can pass. No, that is a wrong approach. You have to go with the expertism. Okay, you have to learn properly to manage your interview very successful. There are these competencies are when come to the mandatory competency, not difficult compared to the core competency. Okay, so that's all about the competency. If you see here, the difficulty will increase when come to the level 1 to level 2 and level 2 to level 3. So and you have to write the summary of experience, which is mandatory on this competency 1500 word document, and the core competency you are going to write a 4000 word document with the optional competency. So it's all about the summary of experience, plus you have to do a case study. case study, you must take it from your live experience. Okay, I have done so many webinar on the case study anyway. Once you are joining the program, I will guide you how to do this case study, and I can give you a lot of resources how to do this efficiently using the so many technology. But again, it should come from your live experience. Don't go with the case study which is you are not confident or comfortable to manage the interview. It has a 5 chapter. One is an introduction. You have to introduce your case study. Then you have the my approach. So this my approach, you have very difficult part to write your case study. You have to write very carefully. Then there is a next chapter is achievement, then conclusion. The last one will be appendices. You should include in your case study proper appendices. So once you're done with this document, depend on your routes, you are going to go for the interview. So that's all about the summary of experience and the case study. There's another one is CPD. No need to worry about the CPD under the program. Under the QS4QS, what we do, we offer the lifetime CPD, because once you become a MRICS also you need a CPD. So during the MRICS process, depend on the structure, your route, either you need a 48 hours CPD or 96 hours CPD if you are going for a 2-year structured training. And there's a formal CPD and the informal CPD. No worries about what is a formal and informal for right now. Okay. And every time you go for a submission, you have to have this. So once you submit the summary of experience, case study, and the CPD records, then you have the interview. So in the interview, it's going to be how many hours? Everybody know how many hours this interview? 1 hour interview. Okay, 1 hour interview going to determine whether you are a chartered quantity surveyor or not. Only 1 hour. Okay, so let us understand that 1 hour. Okay, you are going to do the case study presentation for 10 minutes. Then the panel will ask, in general, there are one chairman and two assessor. That means 3 panel. Okay, so they are going to ask you the question on the case study. Then for the competency, 19 competency, they will ask you, okay, a question approximately for a 40 minutes. So let's say 19 competency, okay, they are going to ask you a question for a 40 minutes. So how many minutes left for a one competency? Can you calculate? Approximately, it's around 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so remember the mandatory competency they will stop within 1 minute or 1 minute a little bit extra, but for a core competency they will go 2 to 3 minutes, so they will suffer the time. So every competency you must be very expert to answer the question. You can't bluff or you can't be prepared. So once you're done, okay, you are going to have the result. So once you are passed, there you are MRICS. Once you fail, then you have to continue the process. So there are so many people interested to go ahead with the RICS, but I'm going to give you a little bit further advice when you should not start with your APC. Okay, don't start your APC. The first reason, if you are not ready with your submission, you are not ready with your case study, summary of experience, don't go and register with the RICS, because every year you are going to keep on paying the subscription, going to add you unnecessary cost. And if you pass the 6th year, okay, compulsory you have to go for associate membership. So don't do that one. If you are not ready with your submission, don't register. And when come to the case study preparation, is a very key document. Don't enter or engage with the case study preparation if you don't have a proper knowledge on the core competency. Every single terminology that you are going to learn, okay, it is going to be put the case study other way around. It can turn around you, so you can fail. So don't do that one if you don't have a good knowledge in the core competency. And when sending the CV to the RICS, I have a lot of experience. So many people did the mistakes. Okay, they ruin their pathway in the route by sending the wrong way. So don't do that one. You consult. We are guiding you how to do that one. Okay, and once you go through with the advanced QS practice program, whether you are working toward the RICS or not, but don't wait for to go for a better uh, career change, because I have seen many people, once they finish the advanced QS practice and contract management, they went for a better salary level or career change. Okay, so you must do that one without waiting, because see, once you see a growth in your career, that give a kind of a motivation to do next one. Okay, so you don't need to wait. Once this 8-month training is finished, you don't, or during the training itself, you are having so confident, you can go for a better level in the career. Okay, so now why we do this one? We are building a team. So our goal is to build 1,000 MRICs by 2025. So we are closing to that goal. So with every single candidate, I focused individually, and we have a dedicated team to do each and everything. So there's a CV, people will help you to guide you how to edit your CV and apply for RICS. And we will tell you what time you have to register with the RICS, because otherwise, if you register with the RICS without a proper guidance, you might start to waste your money for the subscription. Okay, my voice is audible. Just confirm everybody. Okay, let me increase volume. Yeah, is it now good? Okay, so yeah, so don't just register with the RICS. That's going to be a mistake. And there is a case study support. It should be one to one. We can't do a group session for the case study support. It's very time consuming and very difficult process with the RICS things. Okay, so when come to the case study support, which is comprising the preparation of the case study and the summary of experience, is the very difficult part in this process, but we are helping in. And the lecture, there are two different lectures you are going to have it. One is advanced QS practice, going to be weekly one classes, will go up to 8 months. There's a one more lecture will go for RICS competency, which is on Monday. So after 8 months, let's say the one lecture will be end for the advanced QS practice, but the RICS lecturing will continue. Why we are doing so? Because you need to practice more. You have to keep on practice your answering skill. Then only you can face the real interviews. And the lifetime CPD, once you become RICS also, you will be getting the continuous support from us, because the objective is not just MRICS but to build the team. And we focus the result. Unless otherwise you got this MRICS, that there's no end. We have to get it. So that's why we focus on the result, not the process. Okay, so that, as I told you, to build the 1,000 MRICS, it is our goal. So if you're also having the same goal to become a MRICS, then your goal become our goal, and we can work together to reach, because we need to achieve this goal by maximum by next year. Why? Because there's so much plan behind it to do something different that never happened in the industry. So simply the QS4QS, what we have the RICS process without complicating, join with us. Forget about the process, what is going to happen. You are going to get with the MRICS. So in between, what we are going to do for you, let it keep it confidential or top secret, but proven record. See how our candidates are performing well in the industry, because so many people, okay, delivered by the QS4QS, they are always went to the different level in their career. So with that, the difference, as you know, the high pass rate, strong knowledge, and there's a supporting team to when come to the job hunt, and we have a future. What future? We are going to work as a one team. It's not so far. We already in the market, so we are going to have our own members to run our projects. So QS4QS, not just a mentoring firm or regulated by RICS. It is actually a consultant, chartered consultant to deliver a project. So that is the reason we are building our own members. So we have our own vision. So again, as you remember, it is not difficult, but you have to go through with the process. To go through with the process, you have to change your attitude. So to change your attitude, you have to come to the practice, right? Practice make you different. Let me put you in a different way. Let's say you are waking up now 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning, right? Let's say, can you practice for a 30 days? You wake up 5 o'clock in the morning. Let's say you are practicing 5 o'clock. Now once you become practice to the 5 o'clock in the morning, will you able to wake up every day 5 o'clock in the morning? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's all about practice. So we have to go through with the practice to change what is going on with your current practice. So that's all about the advanced QS practice and contract management. So if you want to part of my program, you can contact my team or no before this 5th May, because we are starting the next lecture by the 5th May. Or you can reach me. I also can connect you with my team, so they can give you all the informations. And yeah, so to reach me, you just use this info@qs4qs.com or the mobile number given to you. Anyhow, you are going to get this webinar recording into your email, so you can go through and you can see, or you just visit the qs4qs.com. Okay, so thank you for attending this webinar, and I hope all of you got some knowledge how you have to move ahead with your career growth. So I can answer if you have few questions. So you can ask if you have any questions. So whoever have the question, please put it in the question box so I can respond to it. Meanwhile, if you want to ask anything, you can use my contacts or email ID. Uh, so I can respond to you, even though it's a technical thing. Do conduct contract management separately. Now, the advanced QS practice covered the contract management and the contract review separately. So it is no need to be separate. It's covered already. Otherwise, it's going to be a separate program where I don't see the effectiveness or efficiency. That's why I have brought now with the upgraded advanced QS practice. Okay, AQS&CM is a one course, others is a MRICS. No, our objective of the advanced QS practice to give you more deeper knowledge that really need to the industry, plus to help you with the RICS. So without this program, I feel it's hard for me to develop someone to very strong level and to compete with the other professional already existing in the industry. Okay. Do you provide the certificate for this webinar? Yeah, you will be getting the certificate automatically in your email. How many years of experience needed for this course? As I told you, even the students who studying in the university can also join. So this is the program defined and delivered to anyone who want to perform as a QS from whatever the level. So regardless, you are a junior level or intermediate level or experience level. I have already got my pathway as a structured 12-month route. So when is the possible date to submit? Okay, reach me personally so I can advise you. Okay. Is there any program for AIQ? So far, I not involved in, because I seen the industry demand mostly compared to the other professional body the RICS has. So far I don't know. But if you went through with this advanced US practice and the mentoring program for the RICS, I believe you can cover the AIQS simply. That is easier than RICS. The RICS, regarding the advanced QS practice, no, we don't have any examination, but we are going to do a day-to-day class, the question, answer, homework, practices. And at the end of the advanced QS practice, we are going to have the contract review workshop like that. There's no examination, but you are going to get a certification. For RICS, you have the interview that done by the RICS. Okay, regarding the entry qualification and all, please reach me directly so I can direct with my team so they can assist you. Regarding the eligibility of the RICS, whether you can apply or not, yeah, reach me. Everyone who has a doubt whether which pathway, which direction is good for you, or what time is better to register, I can guide you individually. That's better. Okay, which day this program will be? Definitely, the RICS mentoring will be on Monday, and the advanced QS practice going to be during the weekdays. Okay, it could be either Tuesday or Wednesday. We will plan it. Okay, so what is the initial step to join? Now, anybody want to join this program, reach me or reach my team if you have already in contact with them. Okay, so they will assist you with the enrollment. Okay, so I hope I have cleared all of your questions. And the good news, as I told you, two different program going to be covered under this mentoring. So it's great that we can see some improvement, and consequently that professional development going to make you your personal development. Correct. So thank you for attending this program. I hope there are so many other people have a lot of questions. Please reach me through this given email ID, or the better through this number in the WhatsApp, so I can respond to you. So it will be more precise and straight answer. I can guide you and direct you how to do better. So with that, thank you for attending this webinar, and see you all soon with the next session.